Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure to have you live and in charge for some more dirt action this Monday night. It is all about Limaland tonight. It is going to be a ton of fun. 410 Sprints, week number 2 here for the Chop Chop Racing Series with your countdown to green. All ready to go. Drivers are out there qualifying. We're going to be ready to rock and roll again. The best part about sim racing is being able to be out there as one of these drivers and doing exactly that. Race is going to be on as I'm telling you, I like the fact that they went to an open setup. I'm liking the fact that they went to they're showcasing exactly what this series is all about. It's going to be a ton of fun as they get things ready to go. Here it is, race information for today's race, presented by ShopShopRacing.net, and of course, Hoosier Tire. Make sure that you get out there and you find your local Hoosier. I'm telling you, Hoosier has some of the best tires. If you have a dirt car, maybe you've got a car out there that needs to go on a track. That's who you're going to be looking for. So make sure you find your local rep and get out there and have some fun with them. Just under a third of a mile length, just over a quarter mile length. So somewhere in between all that mess is going to be Limaland Motorsports Park. 10 lap heats, 10 lap B main, and they're going to have 50 lap feature, one fast prepare, 2 sets of tires, and in this one I'll make sure I check on the 50 lap feature because I think they might have said they were going to go 40 laps, but I'm pretty sure it's 50. Clay Oval here for the Limaland Motorsports Park. Adrenaline Signs and Wraps is your title sponsor for this series. Check out the links in the description for all the sponsors, including your biggest mover of the race. It's going to be your hard charger. It's going to be Thompson Racing, of course, as well. 74 degrees on the track temperature, 72 on the air temperature, 71% humidity, cloudy skies, 7-mile-an-hour wind. They are, again, running the 410 Sprints, not the super lates. Do apologize about that being all jacked up on Mountain Dew. You know, there's a lot of things that we try to I try to do all at once, and you know, it doesn't necessarily always work out. So it is going to be a ton of fun. Good to see everybody out there. I hope you're all having a nice evening. Again, if you haven't done so, reach up at the like button for me, because Long Way Sports Stream Sport, what we do out here when it comes to this series, and not just the series, but every series that we get out there and we're a part of. We can't thank you enough for just being absolutely amazing. Really, truly, honestly, it is absolutely. It's supposed to be 40 laps. Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll make sure that we make that change. We'll make that look. Normally, I'm all on it, and today, yeah, it is 40. It says the A main's going to be 40 laps, so we'll make sure that that's changed as it would be. So, a lot of fun. It's going to be a good time. I like it. It's going to be interesting. All right, your Stay Tuned Sports Pole Sitter for heat race number 1. It's going to be Nick Kloshman. I think everybody's going to make the heats. Then they'll have their warm-up. I believe, actually, I take that back. They're going to have the heat, and then they'll have the B-main. Again, 10 laps, caution laps not counting. That's going to be a big factor here as well. Nick Klosterman, Nick Wimhoff are going to be at your front row. Robert Church, Connor Hazel, row number 2. Keegan Brown out there is going to have Falcon Smith to his outside row number 3. Mansberger, Robbie Milburn will be the row number 4. Stryker's going to be back in action with the correct account this week with Wesley Straight there outside row number 5. Mark Rechen, Brad Dove, final drivers here 12 in today's race, and it's going to be just like your normal Friday, Saturday night racing, and we're going to see a ton of fun. Klosterman ready to go. Pace truck will dive in, and Wim Hof will have to try to cycle here. Again, this is an open setup league, and I'm enjoying it. They're going the green. 26-48 up the high side. We're green flag racing here for the first of the 2 heats. Klosterman up high, 48 to the bottom side. This is going to be a multi-groove in the early going, and we'll see if the 48 is going to be able to clear the 26 on the straightaway. Thank you to all the drivers. Thank you to everybody being out there. Much love. 48, 26, 48 out of the throttle. 26 takes over that spot as they would work. Big love. Skylar, thank you very much for the subscription out there on our YouTube channel. Much love to you. 55 to the bottom side. There's our 555 to the bottom side. It's going to have a slider here on the 27 of Connor Hazel. Robert Church sits in third. Good looking race line so far as they work. 7 laps to go in heat race number 1. Klosterman up front, trying to extend a half second over Nick Wimhoff. Ooh, Wimhoff goes around. 5 involved. 5:55. Should be a caution. It is going to be a caution. Premier Racing Setups is going to bring out that caution today. Man, hold on to it. They do have one fast repair to be able to be used, and we'll see if he's going to be able to get that taken care of here. If not, Nathan will be looking very much to jump into that next sector. He's going to have to back that thing up, and we'll see. Church able to extend. Here's that fast repair. Church did get the tow on to pit road, and hopefully he's going to be able to make that happen and stay on the lead lap here, as Church had a good race line there. We'll have to go back and take a look and see what happened real quick as the caution flag flew. Ooh. 48 was up on the high side. Just got a little bit too sideways. We'll go to where Nathan Wimhoff is here. Nathaniel just got a little bit out of the throttle, and Church tried to brake and hold it toward the wall, and that car, no doubt, losing the front wing on this wing sprint car. We're back at it. We're green. Klosterman goes, and a single file restart here for the drivers. 5:55 at King Brown, who was fastest in practice, ran a 10.76 lap. That is a fast lap right now. Drivers run at about 11.3, 11.4 as the track starts to wear out. But 5:55, trying to slide the corner, trying to carry a little bit more grip. Nick Klosterman holds up on the high side. Little short sprints here, going to go nice and easy as Michael Strickland tries to hold on. 48 side by side with the 86. Ooh, baby, 48 trying to drive forward. Stryker holding the outside of Brad Dove. Dove to the bottom side. Dove not all the way up on the racetrack yet. It's going to slide. Oh, he's going to get around sideways. Back on final lap. White flag waves as Stryker goes to second. Good racing for all these drivers. Oh, baby. Keegan Brown gets taken out there. Klosterman's going to win heat race number 1. And Keegan Brown rolls in second to Stryker in third, as Gary Mansberger will be in fourth. Wimhoff, I believe, had fifth there. So that was very interesting. It was an interesting finish to that race. Justin, wish you could have been here today, just from how you felt in practice sessions. I feel like could have gotten another one. Hey, I like it, man. I like it. Appreciate you being out there in chat. Thank you to the race controller, who's Penguin out there. He is the driver out there as well, or not the driver, the guy out there putting on the show. We appreciate him. There is your heat results. Klosterman, Brown, Strickland, Mansberger, Wimhoff. That'll be your top 5. Wesley Straight, Brad Dove, Connor Hazel, Mark Retchen, Robert Church, your top 10. Falcon Smith, and Robbie Milburn. 6 laps down as some of the drivers getting some stuff taken care of. We're going to see 8 drivers here for this one. Wimhoff is going to be, for your Consi here, Wimhoff is going to be your Stay Tuned Sports pole sitter here for the Consi, as Wesley Straight will be your outside pole sitter. Brad Duff, Connor Hazel make up row number 2. Mark Retchen, Robert Church, Falcon Smith, Robbie Milburn will be the final drivers here. 8 drivers in this one. Top 4 advance to the feature, and that sets your grid. And we're going to have a nice little Consi here. It's going to be fun. We like it. Thank you to everybody for being out there. 48, 89, 25, 27 here. As Nathaniel have it a little blink there. You don't want to have those kinds of things this early in the going. It's going to be. I get excited with this kind of racing. Dirt racing is it's ingrained in our heart. It's also ingrained in where we live. Absolutely a blast to be able to be a part of what these drivers are going to be able to hold on to. Yeah, lots of entertainment value. I gotta loaded my cams. We haven't called 410s in a hot minute, so I gotta load in the cameras for the sprint cars. They're going to do their thing as they do their thing. We're going to go green flag racing. How about it? Nathaniel, big jump. Brad Dove's going to be in second. Mark Retchen in third. Third of this race will always be dictated by where that leader's going to take off from. Right now, Brad Dove across the nose at 24.08. Falcon Smith back here, a little 8-ball action. Oh, 25-24. Brad Dove up into the wall. He's fine. The thing looks just fine. Wim Hof able to extend here as we go green. I do apologize about SDK doing the SDK things that it likes to do. We appreciate SDK for being everything that it is. Let's go Budgie Bird, she says. Wim Hof, Smith, Retchen, Church, Hazel, Straight, Milburn, and Dove. As Wim Hof up into the dirty portion of that racetrack. That's the second time he's done that. He's gotten a little bit too close on the outside of the wall. And that gets him a little bit freed up and gets him too close to the wall and corner exit. Falcon Smith doing a great job, 11.69, 3/10 of a second faster. Brad Dove does run the fastest lap of the race so far, 11:47 here in the Consi. 5 laps to go as they go. Nathaniel Wim Hof try to hold off. Caution comes out, Church involved. Robert Church just getting beat up this week, and insane to see, as it would be. All right, folks, we gotta have ourselves a little a low. That's the track cam. Load the car cam. Back up. Whoop, we gotta get the car cams put back over there. So let me do that. I got car cams that I made long ago that I like a little bit better. Up front, there it is. Because they're just a little bit more intimate when it comes to the race line here. We're going to be a single final restart here. Falcon Smith will be second up. 5 spots so far for the 08. Doing a good job of managing and maintaining. That's how you get in. You load your cameras. Control F12 will let you load in cameras or save cameras and have them for. I have different looks for different tracks and. Definitely different looks for different cars, especially when it comes to broadcasting. It's what it is. All right, we're ready to go. I'm ready to go. You're ready to go. Let's go green flag. It'll be 4 to go. Wim Hof up on the high side. Falcon Smith at the bottom. Falcon trying to pressure now as the bottom side of the racetrack still working for him. Mark Retchen in tow. 27 to Connor Hazel down into the mix. Connor Hazel goes to slide, gets up into the 08. And that'll be a caution again. That was a full send mode. Holy cow. That's Robbie Milburn there. Let's take a look. Here's Falcon Smith. Goes to take the slider all the way to the bottom side of the racetrack. Oh! And the 08 was there. That was a great attempt at a slider, but the upside out, inside out to Falcon Smith there. Man, he went for a ride. You know, these sprint cars are becoming battering rams. No, Connor did anything wrong there. He went to, we'll go back here real quick. Connor went to slide the corner here, and Falcon was, go forward. Falcon running second lane here, was not all the way against the wall, and was just a little extra slide. A little extra sideways, a little slow in the corner, and all of a sudden Falcon Smith out of nowhere. Here's what it looks like again. One more time from Falcon Smith's point of view. Bam! All right, let's go green flag racing again. A couple of laps left here. It feels like you're in these. It feels like you're in a bouncy house. I don't, especially at Limaland. These things are crazy. To be able to watch this in real life is incredible as well. To be able to call races like this in the real world is a ton of fun. Wesley Straight gets a good restart there. Going to be 2 laps to go. Up into the wall is the 48 of Wim Hof, but right now 25 to the bottom side. Caution back out again. As we'll see what's going to happen. Robbie Milburn having an issue. Mark Retchen as well. Ooh. Caught the wall. Both drivers are up into the wall. Gotta get that one going. Hey, the wrecks are looking spectacular, though. Here's the green flag again. It's a good restart for Retchen. Oh, just got up into the wall a little bit, and Robbie nowhere to go as well. You know what? Mark just mark out the Tony Hawk Pro Skater grind of the week so far. Wim Hof, straight Dove. It's gonna be a fun 40 laps. That's for darn sure. Nathaniel trying to get the restart here again. I think 1 or 2 laps to go when we go back to green flag racing here. Wall becomes dangerous. Right now, tires up into the dirty portion of the racetrack. Good restart. Final lap. It is 1 lap to go here. As Limaland goes to make it happen, goes to make it work. And he's going to win it here. Wim Hof straight Dove. It's going to be your top 3. Robert Church finishes 4th here. Wretched on pit road. Milburn, Falcon, Smith, Connor, Hazel. They're going to have a little warm-up session. And as they do, it is going to be a great time to thank everybody for being out there. And, of course, all the sponsors of the series, Admin, Box Track Racer, Follow Status, B&B Music. They do sponsor Chop Chop at the Chop Chop Racing Series. Signature Esports is sponsored by a myriad of different folks out there. Include, you see at the bottom right, 7575-365155. That is Cedar Carpets. Get out there and check them out and go enjoy your luxury vinyl planks installed or your hardwood floors installed. Search Performance is an iRacing team that we put a name behind, and we love what they're doing and everything that they're doing. Chop Chop Racing puts their name behind Signature Esports as well as we call their races. We appreciate Chop Chop and everything that they've done to help support what we do. Again, thank you to National TV Sales and Rental. They're the reason why we started all this when it came to equipment and everything that we needed in the very early going. And we continue to support them and everything that they do, and appreciate all of the fine work that they've had. Beef Jerky Unlimited gets me on my driver camps, well, I tell you what, Beef Jerky Unlimited has been a proponent and just the natural weight on what we do here is just it has everything to do with those fine folks out there, and we appreciate all the products they put out, and we just love what they have. And then, of course, and always, Mandarood Racing. It's been a fan of ours for a long time, and we've always appreciated what Mandarood's been able to do. He works in the oil field, but does get out there when he has time. He gets out there in games and streams, and we encourage you folks to go check out what Mandarood happens as well. Thank you to Alex Thompson for being out there for us as well. Thank you to all the fine folks that give us all the cool things that they do, and that is all of our channel alumni: Dennis Daly, Skull Key, Dark Horizon, Mandarood Racing, Ryan Wint, Robert Church, all of our Champion Series, Penguin King, Garland, Brian Lucas, Mark Retchen, and of course Budgie out there, who is our moderator, part of the Pro Series, Alex Thompson, Rock Stallone, Brad Dove, Anthony Crownover, the rest of the channel alumni. Thank you to all of our channel alumni. Thank you to all of our subscribers, members, and supporters. Thank you all very much. And we're very close to 1,600 subscribers on YouTube. I want the 100,000. I think that's when I get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'll be happy, and I'll be content, and that'll be the way it goes, right? I like to think so. All right, these folks are going to continue to practice for just a couple of more seconds as the warm-up does begin to showcase these drivers. Going to put on a show for you here in just a moment. Thank you, Budgie, for the 500 biddies out there. I appreciate you. 500 bits. Slammed on the table. Say, bam, here you go. What I like to see. Thank you very much. And we thank everybody for all the support and everything that is what we do. We have our community goals. We have all the goals that we have because we gotta be able to like it. If you haven't done so, again, reach up, hit that like button. It's gonna be good. You go to Lunatic. Oh, I got to talk about some more sponsors of this series. Klosterman Engraving and Design. So I want to make sure that we tell you about what Nick is doing. I know Nick is in this race, but he's got laser engraved plaques and trophies and all kinds of stuff that you can get out there and you can take care of supporting Nick Klosterman and what he does. He is absolutely legendary for being able to be out here and putting the effort in for this series. Again, Adrenaline Signs and Wraps. New information coming about those fine folks when they have their social media presence. We're going to make sure that we get over there and support them. I encourage you folks to do so as well. At the end of the month, folks, we're going to go back to live streaming on 3 platforms. I've made my bed, and I said, you know what, the Facebook is what it is. Starting grid, as Nick Klosterman is going to hold on to that number 1 spot. Keegan Brown's going to be the outside pole sitter here on the start of this one for the 40-lap feature here at Limaland Motorsports Park. Michael Strickland's going to be there with Gary Mansberger to his outside of road number 2. Wim Hof finds 5th. That's Wesley Straight in 6th. Brad Dove, Mark Wrench will be there, row number 4. Robbie Milburn has Robert Church to his outside, row number 5. Falcon Smith, Connor Hazel. Final drivers in this race. They're going to have a little bit of patience. Let this thing get strung out. 40 laps is not that. Whoa. Something happened to Church. Hold on to Church. I think. No chatting for you tonight, keeping you busy. Well, good. That's what they need to, right? They need to. You got to be busy. Dirt racing is, when it comes to RCing, dirt racing is it's a little tougher than the oval stuff, which I like, which I think is cool. It's similarly when it comes to being able to call races at dirt racing and short track racing it's just a little bit busier. And we like it. 5:55 on the outside, 26. We're green. 5:55 up into the dirty zone, all the way to the bottom side of the racetrack. Stryker trying to hold on, has the 48 until 5:55, almost 3 wide. Stryker keeping the short track portion of this racetrack moving. Almost 3 wide. 5:55 goes to the outside. Stryker trying to take over the lead. There it is. 2:40 being completed as Michael Strickland utilizes the bottom side of the racetrack, slides up the race line. Klosterman with a big head of steam as the tires being used up. Strickland goes to the lead. Michael Strickland out front. He's probably going to have to think about utilizing more of this racetrack. Whoa, big slider coming from Keegan Brown. Crosses over. How about these drivers out front here? 48, the very bottom side of the racetrack. Wim Hof goes to second as Stryker's going to be out front. 48 to the bottom side. Strickland trying to roll the corner. 12-18, saving a little bit of tire for the long haul here as there's the 12-16 for Brad Dove. Wim Hof, fastest lap of the race. 12:06. 48 to the bottom side. Big slider for the 88. Big drive off for the 48. 88 gives up the line. And now the bottom side only working for these drivers here. Keegan Brown down to the bottom, trying to get around the 88. Klosterman trying to go back to work as Wim Hof tries to carry him the corner. Bottom side of the racetrack, still getting a lot of grip here. 7:40 being completed. Keegan Brown trying to work forward. He's going to be there to the inside. The inside of this racetrack is big. 410 sprints. It's not a small. This is a small racetrack when it comes to the size of the dirt track. But I'm going to tell you that there's a lot of ground still to be able to be made up here. Wesley Street, 12:36. His lap last time by as Mansberger to the outside, 12:15. Second lane trying to roll. Nick Klosterman, who led all of the heat, able to carry him the corner, runs the higher side of the racetrack. It's a different story when it comes to this race line. Who's going to be able to hold on to it? Klosterman wheel hops the walls. Good. Stays off the wall there and does a phenomenal job. Here's what it looks like in front of him. 11:40. Right now, Wim Hof trying to hold on. Keegan Brown sits in third. Michael Strickland to second. As the 5:55 goes to the inside. Way up the race line. Big head of steam for the 88. They dig. More momentum. But that bottom side still has a hookup. I tell you what, Keegan can get there. He just can't clear. Can't slide up the racetrack fast enough. As right now the outside lane starting to prevail. Nathan Wim Hof holds a 3/4 of a second lead. Still running the bottom side of the racetrack. Keegan Brown down to the bottom. Trying to make more happen. The big turn out of the corner, you see Wim Hof change lanes and go up to the high side here. 48 rolls as they would work. Wesley straight right where he started, trying to get around Gary Mansberger. Mansberger on the bottom side of the racetrack. It's hard to pass when you're trying to make that happen. Trying to get a slider there. There's what it looks like overhead. Mansberger sees Wesley straight on the bottom. Big hook. And now the outside working. Robbie Milburn. That's a little battle here with Connor Hazel. The 89 slideways there just a little bit. 27 trying to clear. 27 there with the 80. 86 to the outside. 3 wide racing back here. This is the battle right here for about 5th. Connor Hazel down to the bottom. Gets a little bit into the tires. Now has to go back to work with 23 laps to go. Presented by Admin Box. 3/4 of a second lead. And Stryker tries to make the most of it. Klosterman still in 3rd here. As you see Keegan Brown try to work the outside of the racetrack. Klosterman trying to work his way back forward. Again, we talk about these tracks and what these cars try to do. Caution comes back out. Brad Dove involved. Brad trying to utilize the bottom side of the racetrack here. He's just into the slick portion. It just gets sideways. And that'll be the caution. iRacing brings out the caution. It is not on anybody else. So we'll see what's going to happen here with the 48, 88-26. They're going to park it back up. It'll be a double file restart. We're not within 10 laps, so with under 10 laps to go to a single file restart. So it should be a double file restart here. We're going to pack everybody back up and watch and see what the line's going to be able to do here. And see the drivers behind Nathan there, they were catching him. They were doing it a little bit at a time. Wim Hof having an internet issue there. Stryker in 2nd. Nick Klosterman's going to be in 3rd. Brown, Mansberger, your top 5. As we should go lights off here in just a moment. Premier Racing Setups is a proud partner of Chop Chop Racing. And I want you folks to get out there and buy your setups at prssetups.com. 48. It's going to have the high side here on the restart. And goes way early here. Wim Hof, Keegan Brown. And I mean, that pace truck wasn't even in. Keegan Brown. 19 laps to go. Take a look real quick. Look at where the pace truck was at. Pace truck had just hit pit road, so it was the timing there. Wim Hof was gone. Caution comes back out. Connor Hazel having an issue. Apologies about that. I wanted to check that. We'll see. Oh, Connor slideways here, bottom side. Dove gets up into Connor. And they go around. So, man. Something's wrong with your throttle. It takes off without hitting the gas. That's why I was wondering what was going on there, man. It was crazy to watch that happen. That's unfortunate for you, Churchy. Very unfortunate for you. No, you had a good race happening there. All right. Keegan Brown, you're looking to try to defend here. Will be 17 laps to go, and again, caution laps do not count, as the pace truck will be there. Keegan Brown sees it happen at 5:55 on the bottom side. Pace truck's in, out of the corner. And Nathaniel trying to catch him sleeping here, as Robbie Milburn, 6,000 I-rated driver, runs the bottom side of the racetrack here. Hooking up on the bottom side. Still has a little bit of grip down there, but we'll see what's going to happen. Wim Hof trying to hold off some of the best in the business. Stryker will have to try to, gets around way up into the dirty stuff here. The Stryker try to make that one happen. Milburn still on point here. Drop it into the corner. A lot happening all over the racetrack. Right behind him, you see Stryker trying to close in that distance up on the high side. Keegan Brown trying to close into Wimhoff here. Mansberger comes to pit road. I think he got sent to pit road. He did get sent to pit road. I'm not sure how that happened. He's got some messed up tires there. 13 laps to go. Keegan Brown trying to close in. Skyler giving some shout-outs to Keegan. Big momentum for the 48. He was being caught there for a little bit, and now you got to pretty much put this thing on rails. Wimhoff flirting with the wall again. He made mistakes earlier. Keegan Brown down into that second spot, little wall tap. Oh, Wimhoff blinking out there. 10 laps to go here as this one has turned into a separation. Wimhoff got the restart there up on the high side. Really just trying to catch everybody off guard, and that's exactly what he did. This time waited a little bit longer for the race line to come to him. Klosterman back to fourth here as Wesley Straight goes to the inside. Wesley Straight trying to hook up with 8 laps to go, utilizing the bottom side of the racetrack. Strickland up on the high side. Back to Klosterman. Klosterman to Wesley Straight. Wesley Straight to fourth. Robbie Milburn in tow. Bottom side of the racetrack still working for Wesley Straight as he goes to fourth. 7 laps to go. Wimhoff 1.6 second difference here. And gets a little bit extra sideways on the corner. The race line still hooking up. Connor Hazel had an issue. With 5 laps to go. See what Connor Hazel does here as Wimhoff tries to work the outside. Connor on the bottom side. It'll be 4 laps to go here as Brown and Milburn get into each other. Milburn on corner action. Should have been a caution there. No caution. There's Mark Retchen. There's the caution. Man, I tell you what, we'll have to see what happened to Mark Retchen here. Out of the corner. Mark just gets it a little extra slideways. But if we go back here, Keegan Brown and Robbie Milburn, I mean, they were backwards. Robbie gets up into the 5.55. And the fact that that wasn't a caution throws me for a loop as well. Oh, single file restart here. We're going to have hopefully about 3 laps to go, I do believe, when we go back to green flag racing here as the drivers push out of the corner. Man, Wesley Straight having a good run here up to 4th. Wimhoff doing exactly what he needs to do. And these drivers are going to have to be bumper to bumper on the restart just to try to find the timing. Be able to get in and try to slide the corner on Nathaniel Wimhoff here. Lights are off on the pace truck here. 48.555. And there is the 80 of Robbie Milburn behind. 99 on the paint scheme, it looks like. We'll have to take a look and get that all squared away. Good restart there. Milburn will look to try to slide the inside. Wesley Straight on the bottom. 3 laps to go. Out of the corner they are. Wimhoff trying to hold on. Keegan Brown trying to continue to push here. But 2 to go here at Limaland as the sprint cars showed up in droves. Wimhoff trying to put on a good show for the final lap. White flag waves, final lap here. Adrenaline Signs and Wraps Dirt Series here for the Chop Chop Racing League has been fun. Robbie Milburn sees Keegan Brown going backwards here. Oh no, up into Wesley Straight. But Wimhoff's going to win it here. Robbie Milburn in second. Klosterman's going to be in third. I do believe that's how that one will end. That was a crazy end to that race. Keegan Brown had an issue. It was right there. Corner exit. Oh, man. Just got a little extra sideways. And it gets up into the 89. Oh, And then Stryker sends him up and over. So that's what happened to Keegan. Man, oh man. No bueno. Feature is done. Take a look at the iRacing results here for this final race. So Wim Hof, Milburn, Klosterman's going to be your top 3. Wesley Strait, Connor Hazel, your top 5. Falcon Smith, Keegan Brown, Michael Strickland, Mark Wretched. The driver's still out there completing their laps. Gary Mansberger finished a few laps down. Brad Dove 19 laps down. I'm pretty sure something happened to him. Quite sure to put him in 12th. It's kind of interesting. Robert Church will finish in 11th. So Wim Hof gets the victory here today as the top 3. They showcase some speed. And we're gonna talk to your race winner here on the feature. Good starts and restarts of what you needed. Able to hook up on the outside. A lot of mistakes in the heat races, but you were able to capitalize, learn from that in the heat race and into the Consi. Able to get the rhythm down and able to make it happen. Congratulations on the victory here. Walk me through this one.
Yeah, was starting the heat race. Qualified second. I'm like, oh, this should be pretty good. And then tried running the high side early on, and I don't know what just happened. The car just got loose from me, and I just spun around, wrecked, and that. Well, this ain't good if I can't run the high side at all. But then figured out the car later on. Figured out I needed a little more throttle control. Came into the feature. Saw bottom was pretty good. Ran there at the beginning, got to the lead, and then just easy way on the high side throughout the rest of the race there.
One of the biggest things about this racetrack is it moves from the bottom to the top. Still saw a lot of drivers late in the run starting to kind of try to play that catch up, try to work their way up the racetrack as well. But I still see a lot of grip in a lot of areas here as the drivers are a little bit closer on the end of that run. What kind of line would you have to have decided to try to defend? Because we know that this was the epitome. Well, it's the first race in the 410 sprints, and we go to a track like Limaland.
Yeah, Limaland. With me running from the experience I've had on it, usually 1 and 2 can usually be either top or bottom. I tried staying in the high side because it just felt a little better, a lot more grip. If the guy came up and crossed me over, I would have easily had some grip on the bottom on 1 and 2. 3 and 4, I'd always know it's usually always on the high side no matter what, until when it moves up, and usually the grip bottom can never come in. But usually I just ran whatever line I felt, whatever lane I've known to run there with any sprint cars, and just kept the high line throughout the rest of the race, and seemed like it worked out really well, and just kind of cruise control on the top there.
Not the last restart, but the restart prior to that, there was I had to go back and look and make sure the pace truck was in, because that was almost a goofy section there. But a smart idea to choose the high side here. You caught a ball off guard when it came to get back into the throttle. What is what's the mindset when it comes to some of these short tracks? I mean, these things got a lot of power for such a small little weed eater, so to speak.
Oh yeah, I don't really run the 410s very often, but yeah, they have a shit ton of power and they're hard to control. Once I figured it out, but on that restart, I thought it was gonna go single file, so I was on the high side there at the beginning. Then I saw it still went double file, and I'm like, let's go to the high side, and looks like I caught Michael off guard there, and like they said, it's hard to see and time the guy on the high side when the wing's in the way, when you're trying to look at him and see when he goes, and did that the first time, caught Michael off guard, and then the second time, I think it was Nick, he was over there. Still got a good start there, and just could tell that the wing was just in the way, and tried to use my advantage with that.
Well, first and foremost, we got chats like flowing right now. Spicy, thank you for the 16 months out there on Twitch. Much love, brother. Keegan says, tell him hell of a win. His car did something goofy out of 2 on the last lap. Not sure what happened, but a good race. I think it was a good race. I think we saw a few more cautions than what I expected, but it was still pretty pretty bang up. All right, Nate, congratulations. This was a ton of fun to watch, and you got to get yourself back into the mix here. We'll go back to I think we're going back to the Super Lates next week.
Yep.
And where are we at? We're going to be at Cedar Lake, so that's... And y'all
That's gonna be fun.
you guys are going to get some tough tracks early in the early going. We like to see it. All right, brother, give me shout-outs, man. You get a victory.
I'd like to go with Cody Williams for my wrap, and then Michael. I think he had the one that had the setup that I used, and I think it's OSR Racing. Shout out there thanks for the setup, and it was a nice, fun, fast setup.
Like it was good. Thank you, Budgie, for giving a shout out to Spice's channel. Absolutely phenomenal run tonight for you, Nate. I look forward to seeing what you guys do next week.
All right, thank you.
And this is your winner, Nathaniel Wimhoff, but they call him Nate. I call him Nate. They're Nathan, whatever you want to call him. It was good. We're going to talk to this guy, Robbie Milburn's going to be your P2 finisher tonight. Had to duck, dodge, dive, dodgeball. If there wasn't a wrench out there, it would have made for even such a better show than that. But man, oh man, it was hard. It was hard to get around anybody, and you were running middle lane today.
Yeah, like I was telling the guys in the waiting room, this is maybe like my second or third 410 race, so I'm not comfortable around the wall. And I really feel like in 1 and 2, I feel like 1 and 2 is quicker on the bottom or middle. 3 and 4 is hot, better up top. I just wasn't comfortable going up there. And also I realized about mid-race I wasn't using enough throttle, so that's when I made the big moves because I had so much tire left because I was accidentally saving.
I talk about these kinds of races, 40, 50 laps. We see our local dirt tracks. They run 20, 25, 30 laps, and we get out here on iRacing. We can run these a little bit longer races, and we get the 40, 50 lap runs. You guys are constantly spinning tires, and I talked about it early in the run that somebody was going to have to say, some people are going to have to save some tire here because with the power and the clay surface, this track will move, and it was crazy to see that you start picking them off.
Yeah, and I need to reiterate, it's not skill of me saving. It was just me trying to keep the car underneath me, and I know just trying to. I didn't know if I should be on throttle, off throttle, so I was just trying to keep the car underneath me, and then I'm like, okay, well, I saw guys pulling a little bit, and I heard them spooling up. I'm like, well, I'm not even close to that, so I started a little more on the straight, a little more on the straight, a little more on the straight, and I'm like, okay, well, that was the problem right there.
Yeah, you got faster, fastest lap of the race at 12:25. That was, but it consistently still did a bang up job. I know that these things are hard to as open as they are. It's hard to determine where people are on the racing surface with you because there's so much obstruction. And we talk about, the super lates having a smaller deck and. When you rip into the corner, if you were to be in it in real life or in VR, you're staring over the top of a high berm, but it's so hard to judge exits with these cars.
Yeah, and that's my primary car is a super late model, and these are a whole different animal. I think my biggest issue is not knowing the throttle here and there, so I guess the keeping it underneath me and just search for the faster line worked out. So I'll take another second in a row.
I like it, man. That was fun. Robbie, congratulations once again. Get to talk to you 2 weeks in a row. We're going to go to Cedar Lake next week in the Super Lates. Give a shout out, man.
Yeah, first of all, like I said last week, I like this league. Everyone's pretty laid back, super professional. Everything's a lot of fun. And then I think I saw earlier that Mark's, I don't know how to say his last name, Mark's son is having a tough time, and he said he watches, so thinking of you. And of course, my personal team, Kamikaze Motorsports and KMKZ Media.
Yeah, Alan, we hope everything's going perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
I made some paint schemes for Dove to run this past week for him, and the old Retchin family. It took me a long time to figure out.
That's how you say it, Retchin.
Retchin. Yep.
Retchin.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, he lives in Jefferson City. He's like 40 minutes from me, so he's actually a lot closer than anybody else. Next to if you guys see Brian Warner Jr. come in, he lives 20 minutes from me. He lives in Lebanon, so
Okay.
You guys are at Parkersburg, West Virginia. So there you go. We got people from all over the world, and I like it. That's what matters.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Well, congratulations. I'll see you next week. Good luck in the rest of your races this week.
Thanks. Have a good one.
That's Robbie Milburn. And last but not least, the Kloshman Engraving and Design driver number 26, able to finally get himself back for it. I know you were the Heat 1 winner, and then you got you got a little bit savey save there, and then just trying to battle the racetrack, try to battle back around. What did you need? Because I know you had the speed.
I needed to get around slow cars in the middle of the race after that first restart when we got all the inside line got packed up.
Well, you had a top 3. You had a good car. This one was
Yeah, I had a good car. I had that darn 88 right in my way about the whole race. And then he messed up, and I got around him, and I took off.
Are you poking the bear?
Yes, I'm poking the bear. He made this beautiful car for me, so I have to poke the bear.
Poke the bear. This was good for the first 410 sprint race. Choosing Limaland is kind of staple when it comes to just getting the drivers out there, but it is a compact race line. I mean, they moved the tires out. You're not as close to the inside berm as what you used to be. And there's a lot of this racetrack that just migrates to the top.
Yeah, that's what I found testing and building the setup this weekend. That early on it's going to be top dominant, and then it may come to the bottom, but the middle line, as you can still see on the track, is still in. But that top gets what I don't like about this track, and I wish iRacing would fix it. There is about tires width all the way around the top side of the track that is 100% rubbered down. You hit that and you're spun out.
Yeah, we watched Nate do it. We watched quite a few people get up there and do that.
This track would be a lot better if that wasn't there.
Yeah. Oops, Sorry, I just knocked something off my keyboard. That was crazy. Never do.
How dare you?
I know, right? I'm damaging all my equipment. I don't want to do that. No, this was fun, man. This was fun to watch. Actually, I actually paused the stream here, or paused the race. Normally being live. I wanted to show folks what's actually going on here with the racetrack. He's talking about the middle portion of the racetrack. You see all that grip right there? That right there is grip, folks. Bottom. This is slick right here. This is where the rubber goes in. There's still a lot of grip down here as well. A lot of grip. That's crazy.
And it really helped that we had the low car count, because if we would have had any more cars, this track would have just been all gone.
Yeah, there's a lot of rubbered in sections. You can see where these tires are. It's starting to rubber in. There's still a lot of grip up here, but he's talking about right here, this whole line right there.
No, I was talking about the line up. That line right there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm watching your stream and you're on a delay.
You're behind, sir.
Yes.
Anyway, no, this was crazy to see how much grip was still left on the racetrack, and it's good. It's a good thing to see, but it makes for some speedy racing, and we like to always get out there and say that. You kind of want the tires to come in. You kind of want the tire wear, but like Robbie was saying, he was like, I wasn't even realizing I was utilizing all the throttle. He was inadvertently saving. Where do you have to kind of make that manage? I mean, we're running enough laps to burn some tire off and run real hard.
Limaland's not big enough to worry about tire wear, in my opinion. I didn't save at all. I just got stuck picking some bad spots and not running the right line at the right time.
Dirt racing. That's what happens. It is some of the best racing you're to see out there on iRacing. All right, brother, give shout outs. Thank you very much. Of course, always you see your logo flashed across the screen with everybody. Tell people about Kloshman. and what you've got going on. Of course, there's a link in the description that you can check out there on YouTube for Nick and his business. But talk about that and then give your shout outs after, bro.
Well, some of the racers don't know, and I don't think all the admins know of the league. Since I sponsored the uh, Crown Jewel series, there's going to be a trophy just for the Crown Jewel series of who gets the highest point total, which is why we're even 410 and super lates. But I do custom wood engraving. I can do glass engraving, so like wine glasses and window panes and that stuff. Uh, yeah, custom engraving, custom woodworking. You think of it, I can probably make it, and that's about it.
Get his Facebook page out there, folks. That's how you're going to be able to get a hold of him. Of course, if you're in our Discord, you can just reach out to Nick and say, "Hey, Nick, UYSOB." Make sure that you check that out. All right, Nick, P3 finish tonight. Finish up your shoutouts.
Well, I got to thank Kloshman Engraving Design for paying for the wrap. M9 Performance put this car on a freaking rocket for the first half of the race. Signature Esports is on the car because Jason does one heck of a good job. Smith Racing is not on here, but it's coming. That's my friend Timmy Smith. He just got a top 10 at Knoxville this past weekend. I think his first top 10. And then Stryker made the car. He did a wonderful job. And then I'm drawing a blank.
Adrenaline Spike Design, Signs of Rap. That's
Yeah.
going to be those guys. Then, of course, Who's Your Tire? And, Chop Shop. You got to think Chop Shop. Oh,
Yeah,
and,
Chop
and,
Shop puts on a wonderful league.
and Alex Thompson Racing. So there's a tie for the biggest move of the race. And I do believe it goes to the driver who
I
started
do
the
believe it goes-
furthest back. So it'll be Connor Hazel.
Oh, I thought it was the furthest forward.
Hold on. We're going to look. I want to know.
Then I may have told Robbie wrong.
I want to know. I got to go back and check the rules again. Rules. The hard charger. Most spots gained in the feature race will be awarded to the hard charger into the race. Money, no points. Tiebreaker is the driver who started further back in the feature. So it actually is going to be
It's Connor Hazel.
Connor Hazel. All right.
Robbie, I'm sorry I told you wrong.
That's okay. It happens. It happens. Connor had a bigger run there, and man, there's a lot of drivers that went through a lot today. Nick, always a pleasure, man. Much love, and always congratulations. We'll see you next week. We're going to be at Cedar Lake in the Super Lates.
Yep, we'll be banging fenders again.
We like it. All right, brother. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep, see you later.
That's Klosterman comes home. P3. Keegan, how you doing?
How we doing?
Not too bad. Tell people about your race you got coming up real quick. I'm using my time. You gotta.
Your time for me.
That's right. That's right. Tell people what you got going on.
All I'm gonna say real quick about Chop Shop race, I screwed myself hardcore, big time. But yeah, I got a big money race coming up. The 24th and 28th prelims start on the 24th. It is $15 entry, and if we get the entries, it'll be $500 to win, and then down the line to fifth for a $1,000 total pot. So if you're interested, be sure to come join the Spring Madness Discord and get signed up.
Exactly right. You can also find it in our Discord, and there's lots of links on our Facebook page. Lots of good stuff. And you had a run. That attitude. I had to go back and check and see what happened to you. I was like, man.
Well, it was weird. I don't know if you saw, but that caution before,
Yeah.
Robbie and I got together out of 4, and it
Yeah.
bent something on my car, and so I don't know if iRacing does this or not, but I don't know if something finally let go in 2, or if I just hit the exit of the corner wrong or what happened, but yeah, something just it felt like the car just popped, and then it just got sideways, and my tires didn't blow, so it wasn't a blown tire or nothing, but it's what it is, you know. Just
Not bad for a 410 sprint race, though, right?
no. I was telling the top three just a little bit ago that this is legitimately my first ever 410 sprint car race with other people on track.
Nice.
So I can't complain about it. I mean, if there were more people in here, I probably wouldn't have even been close to a podium. But is what it is.
Like to see it. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you have at it, folks. That was good.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do have a raffle going on in the Spring Madness Discord for a Moza R9 bundle and CRP pedals. That's a $50 per ticket thing. That's gonna go until we get enough people signed up for that to be able to break even. So
Do me a favor and put that on in my Discord as well. And put that under.
you want me to put the whole advertisement in there?
Yeah. There's a bulletin board under the main channels.
I will jump over to the main PC and I will do that.
Yeah, put all that stuff in there so that way you can get that out there. That's awesome. Gotta get. I like waffles, whatever you want to call. However,
Waffle.
we have to call them a waffle whenever we're streaming. Because you win something. That's why I mean, we still have our little $5 one that we have going on as well for the second LED sign, and Alex should be getting his very soon. It's very cool. It's a ton of fun. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you go.
Sounds good. Appreciate you for broadcasting, my guy.
Yeah, you were there, and you were sitting in that channel, and I needed to go beyond an hour. So that's exactly what we did. So much love, man. Congratulations on a successful race. Even though you didn't finish at the podium, I think it's still a successful race. Whenever we get we get the late model drivers in here saying, "All right, I guess I'm running this 410 thing."
Top 10, can't complain about it.
I like it. All right, Keegan, we'll talk to you later.
Sounds good, brother. Thank you.
That's it for the race, folks. He is part of the Spring Madness series. They do have a money race coming up. I wanted to bring him up because I know that it's coming up. And I know that we have races intermingled within all that as well. So I want to make sure that we keep drivers informed and, try to make sure that we do what we do when it comes to those races and the series. And we appreciate what's going on around the leagues and especially dirt racing. So if you'll be a part of that, that's where it is. Thank you to Chop Shop. Thank you to Kloshman Engraving. Thank you to Hoosier Tire. Thank you, of course, to Thompson Racing. Thank you to, of course, Admin Box, B&B Music, Bala Status, and, of course, Stay Tuned Sports for giving all the action out here as well. Throwing signs and wraps. You keep kicking butt and taking names, and they're putting on a great show here. So make sure that you get out there and check out ASW because they're there. They're just, this is a good series. It's a good show. We like it as well. Folks, Nathan gets the victory, and this has been a ton of fun to watch. We're going to be out tomorrow, so we're going to be probably doing some streaming. Might do a full day of streaming. We'll see. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so there's not much I'm going to be able to do. Thank you to all the chats out there. Thank you to everybody for being out there. Consider subscribing. Consider much love to you, Spicy. You're amazing. Thank you to Budgie. Thank you to all the fine folks that get out there and watch. I like iRacing's platform. And as soon as we can do more, we're going to be able to try to do more. So we will be going back to Facebook at the end of the month. So we'll be back on 3 platforms. We stopped streaming on Twitter because Twitter made it a requirement that we purchase their membership to be able to live stream. So, on top of paying for the extra software to stream on Twitter. But you can follow me on Twitter. We'll try to do some more social media posts out there. We want to try to grow our social media thumbprint across the globe. Our Instagram as well, our TikTok. I've not gone live on TikTok this month yet, and I still need to do that. There's a lot of things that we need to do, and a lot of things I'm still working on. So, thank you to Alex Thompson for his personal help with us, and thank you to, of course, our family and friends that have just been absolutely wonderful. Thank you to Jess. Thank you to, of course, the RC out there, Penguin, for having to put his thumb down and make sure things are working out. Be good, be safe, be kind of one other most important thing. Much love, of course, to Budgie and all of you out there. Consider again subscribing, hit that like button, make sure you hit the follow button out there on Twitch, and be good. See you to the next one.